Shalom, shalom. This is a brother Amawan from GMS London Forecasters coming to you with another lesson in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praises, honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the Archimat there doing this work in the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai in truth and sincerity. So I just want to try and get this lesson out as quick as I can before my phone, starts dying on me. So yeah, man, this is from the UK. This says hundreds clash with police outside Parliament in London, right? So what they're clashing over, we're about to get into, is these devils want to change the laws, man, to prohibit the masses from protesting. And why are they doing that? It's what is called a preemptive strike, man. All right, they know what's about to go down with all these wicked decrees, these unrighteous decrees that they're pulling, left, right, and center, especially to this C-19, man. And they're using this C-19 to push a lot of things forward as well. But this latest one is to stop people protesting, man, because once this devil really starts coming down, people aren't going to have it anymore. Obviously there's going to be a lot of people that are just going to fold anyway and just, be led to the slaughter, man. But anyway, let's just read this anyway. So it says hundreds of people gathered outside Westminster Palace late on Wednesday to protest against the bill granting sweeping powers to the UK police. The rally quickly spiraled into clashes between protesters and police officers. Right, and the scriptures talk about this happening in the last days, man. The uprising of the people, but we'll read that in shortly. All right. So it says the protesters came to Parliament Square in Westminster as the new police crime sentencing and courts bill was debated in the House of Lords. The controversial draft legislation would expand police powers to restrict and control all public protests while reinforcing the punishment for causing a public disturbance. So look, ultimately, they can change the laws to stop people protesting. People are still going to do it and risk, incarceration. All right, that's not going to stop them. But it's that whole order out of chaos. That's what they're pushing for now. They're pushing the people, man. All right, I've said this before. There's a saying: a cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal, man. Right? They're cornering the people, basically cornering the people, pushing them into a corner until they have to bite back, and the ones that don't bite back are just gonna be sucked into this beast system that's on its way, that's being established right now as we speak. All right, so they once again, they're manipulating everything in order to build this infrastructure. What they need everything in place to gain control, full control. All right, open control. Because right now they're controlling it behind the scenes. You can't worship the beast if you don't know who he is, right? So eventually we're gonna all know who the beast is, man. Who's running the show, really? All right. It says demonstrators that arrived at the square were seen carrying banners and placards that repeal the bill and no more police powers. All right. It says the protesters were also heard chanting slogans like "Who do you protect?" and "Who do you serve?" And it's right, man, because when these officers are out of their uniforms, man, they're just like everybody else. And the same decrees that they're protecting, or the same people that they're protecting who are making these wicked laws up, man, are the same people who are going to be over them, controlling them. So some protesters were apparently also expressing their discontent with the new C-19 restrictions announced by Prime Minister Boris Johnson earlier on Wednesday, while others criticised government climate policy. It says tensions were running high at the square as the situation quickly turned violent. Videos published on social media show protesters scuffling with police as the officers sought to push the densely packed crowd away. The traffic was also briefly brought to a standstill near the Whitehall and Westminster bridges. Right. This is just to finish off. It says the controversial bill was passed by the House of Commons in July. The draft legislation has been a constant source of public discontent as protest rallies were repeatedly held in London and other British cities to denounce it. Because look, they're already doing it all over the world because of the C-19 mandates. All right, trying to force people to get the serpent's juice. Right. So that's they're trying to put a stop to that. They're trying to put a stop to anything that's going to upset their power, the balance of power. All right. You see, he's so smart, man. That's why the scripture say how the things of Esau searched out, man. It says his heart is deep, right? Because he's very, very smart in his manipulation. He's very smart, very clever at being wicked. All right. So yeah, I'm just gonna get a few scriptures, man. Let's start here. Second Ezra in the Apocrypha 9:1. It says, "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, right? And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So, measure thou the time diligently in itself, man." So, all the signs we've been given all the prophecies, man, and what is going to occur in this last day, right? And we're going to get into those, man. This is verse 3 says, therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, man, and in the world, so the whole entire world. If you, in order to know what's going on, you have to look for what's going on. You know, the actual mainstream media is not going to show you these things, man. They could be showing you all over the world how many people are really out there protesting all the wickedness that's going on, right? But they're not doing that. You have to search it. It says, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So the end is near, man. All right, the end is near. And one of the signs that we just read is seeing all the disruption on the earth. You know, all these Esau's really pushing all this perversity as well. You know, at the alphabet business and all this changing who you are born. You know, changing what you're born to something else. All this stuff, man. He's really pushing it now. He's at the, you know, the earth is at the height of its wickedness. All right. Daniel 7:21 says, "I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them." Right. And that horn is that power, man. That power is the Edomites, man, or Esau, or the elites of Edom. All right. That's that horn. That's that power, man. All right. Right. And right now he thinks he's winning. Right. It says, "Until the Ancient of Days came and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High, and the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom," which is not yet, man. We are fast approaching that time. All right. You know, obviously we know that there's prophecies that must be fulfilled before we get to that beautiful moment, man, where Esau's brought to his knees, and the world knows understands the existence of Yahweh Shem Yahushua once again, and Israel is known to be the true, or the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans of this world, the true Israelites are known to the world to be that, to be the Most High Yahweh's chosen people, and not those rats living over there in you know where. It says, thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces. Because that's what this kingdom has done, man. All right, they're in control of everything and everywhere, financially, with the military, agriculturally, pharmaceutically. You know, they're in control of a lot of things, man, or everything, everywhere. But it's in secret. So there's no point being a king of the kingdom if nobody knows you're the king, right? So it says, and the 10 horns out of his kingdom are the 10 kings that shall rise. So these are the 10 nations of the of NATO, all right, that shall rise, and another shall rise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times of the dividing of time. All right. So that's what they're trying to do, man. They're trying to break us down. They're trying to break down the men of the Lord, man. You know, you do your videos. You're on the streets. They want to take you off the streets. You're doing your videos. They want to mess around with your videos and try and strike you whenever they get the opportunity, man. Because there's words coming out, and it's breaking down all this, the wicked spiritual stronghold that they have, you know, on the left hand side over this world, man. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away its dominion, to consume and to destroy it unto the end. Right? So his new world order will not fully be established. All right? Because true judgment is coming. The judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, which is true judgment, man. Everything is done in according to a just balance, man. You know, everything is weighed out properly. True judgment. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him. You see, because Esau's dominion on this earth has been short-lived, man. It's been very short, because ours is going to be forever, all right? And they're never going to rise up again, because after a long time of enduring hardcore bondage and slavery and oppression, they're going to be destroyed. And all dominions shall serve and obey him. And the whole earth is going to know of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and they're going to have to worship. All right? Even though they're not going to be favored, they're still going to have to, man. Psalms 2:1 says, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? It's very vain to imagine that you can take control of the Most High's creation, man, and all that dwells on it. Right? Everything belongs to the Heavenly Father. All right, everything has been created for His pleasure. All right. Those people imagining the vain thing of these devils that are ruling right now, imagining that they can control everybody on the earth, man, and bend everything to their will. It says the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointing, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. But it says, he that sitteth in the heaven shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. Right? I'm going to read some more of this. Derision, man. It's going to have them in derision. They're going to be put low, man. Right? Because the Lord's laughing right now. He's laughing at them trying to attempt to build everything, thinking that they're actually going to do it. It says, then shall he speak unto them in his wrath and vex them in his sore displeasure. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. And that king, the king is Yahweh Shai, man. He's going to be ruling over all the earth, man. That's why he's going to be the King of Kings, man. It says, I will declare the decree, the Lord Yahweh hath said unto me, thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Right? Because we talk about what we want to get all the time, man. But remember, Yahweh Shai, he needs to get his vengeance, man. All right? And he's going to be ruling. You know, remember, we're joint heirs with Yahweh Shai as well, man. So we're all going to be rulers. But he's going to be the top ruler. It says, thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. So that's what's coming, man. They're going to be, you know, the ruling with a rod of iron. That means hardcore rulership, man. They're not going to enjoy one bit of it. Revelation 13:9, if any man have an heir, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, right? No, that's that possession, man, that's we're gonna get, man. They're gonna be put in extreme bondage, hardcore slavery, right? And it says, I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon, right? And those two horns represent the two leading powers, man, in Babylon. All right, because it doesn't really matter who it doesn't really matter who you follow. Okay, the agenda is the same. All right. It says, and he spake as a dragon, man, because dragons are, you see, you got levels of wisdom, man. Like you've got animals that represent wisdom, like serpents, man. And a dragon is a serpent. All right, so you speak basically saying he's speaking wisdom, but it's not real wisdom, man. It says, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, right? Which was the first beast was the Roman Empire, man. This is like the second Roman Empire that we're living in right now. It says, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. So this is the same beast coming back in a different form with more power than it ever had, but in secret. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. And because what his power is technology, man, he's gonna show you a lot of things that you're gonna deem to be outlandish and miraculous. But he's been given the knowledge, man. All right. Isaiah 54:16 talks about the smith that bloweth the coals, man. the Lord created the smiths. Basically, the Lord has created the creators of such technology. All right, He is giving them that power. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which He had power to do in the sight of the beast, right? Saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live, right? Because what? Like I said, man, they want to, to have an image of the beast is that something that for people to have to worship, man. Right? So they're going to look upon, as Esau, Edom, the rulership, as the gods on this earth. Right? 15 says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many would not worship the beast, the image of the beast, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to refuse to accept this rulership, man, and they're going to be put to death. And some of the saints also, some of the men of the Lord, man, some of the prophets, that's going to happen to, man. All right. It says, and He causeth all, both small and great, we read this a million times, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So, that's coming, man. We already know what that is, all right? We know what the MOTB is. We know they're putting it into place now. They're putting that conditioning into the world right now with these C-19 passports, man. All right? There's many videos on that out there. I've done some myself. So yeah, man. Esau's nearly there, so that means we're nearly there, man. All right. Yeah, so I think I'm going to close out on that, man. Lord, when it was edifying, so now's the time to not fold, man, because, in fact, let me get one more before I close out. Spell it right. Revelation 20. And 4 says, and I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and the judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. But the rest of the dead lived not again until 1,000 years were finished. This is the first resurrection. That's talking about the wicked Israelites, man, who ain't going to make it this time round. Who are going to have to be destroyed, man, in that nuclear fire. Alright, it says, blessed and holy is he that have part in the first resurrection. Yeah, man. On such the second death hath no power, but they shall be priests of Yahweh and of Hamashiach, Yahushua, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. Right? 1,000 years, man. That means that's forever. Alright? So, yes, as I said, man, we're coming to the point where you're going to have to be real, or you're either going to have to be real, or you're going to have to go along with it, man. But those that, those of us that are going to basically stand up for the for the name of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Some will have to be put to death. All right. But it matters not, man, because only Yahweh can destroy the soul, man. All right. Esau has no power over the soul. All right. And that's something to hold on to. So, like I said before, I want to close out, giving all praises and glory to Yahweh Shem Shai. Bashem Kakadash, the win. This was an edifying lesson. And yeah, Shalom.